Не тоже.
Языка не стоит.
Да, все, повторять, да, теперь все. Так, одно устройство работает.
Да.
Сейчас я ее выпишу, сейчас пишу. Сейчас нормально, да. Надеюсь, нормально. Всем добрый вечер. Рада приветствовать на сегодняшнем воркшопе. Я сначала начну на русском. Все знаете, что сегодняшний воркшоп на английском языке. И перед тем, как начать, хотела дать пару объявлений. Сегодняшнее мероприятие – это первое мероприятие в рамках нашего нового направления, а именно BPO – Business Partners Outsources. Бизнес, да, правильно. Что это значит? Это значит, что мы начинаем развивать комьюнити фрилансеров, людей, которые работают на удаленке, людей, которые работают как за рубежом, но находятся в Канаде. Здесь мы будем привлекать и делать центр как раз для участников. В дальнейшем минимум 2 месяца будет посвящено именно этому. И сегодняшнее мероприятие, такое стартовое, начинающее. После этого я буду дать обратную связь, что вам интересно, и готова быть в дальнейшем развиваться в этой сфере. Также напомню о правилах проведения. Если есть вопросы, вы можете задавать их как на русском, так и на английском языке. Конечно, мы будем стараться практиковать английский язык. Поднимите руку, я буду передавать данную петличку, чтобы вас было слышно в онлайне. Если есть какие-то вопросы с техническим оснащением, поднимите руку, подойду к вам я. Пароль, не пароль, может быть, там следующий включился. Если есть вопросы к Мадине, то непосредственно задавайте вопросы к Мадине. И я думаю, мы можем начинать. Давайте поприветствуем нашего спикера Мадину. Пожалуйста, аплодисменты. И заканчиваю свою речь на русском языке.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very happy to be here. I came from Astana today to Canada, and this is my second speech here at Silicon Valley. And first of all, before we begin, I'd like to know you a bit better. Just a couple of words in Russian or in English, in Kazakh, the way it's easier for you. Your names. What do you do? Why you want to do freelancing? And do you have any experience with Upwork? So instead of raising hands, I'll just start on you, and then we'll go one by one. Илья, почему вы хотите узнать, если у вас опыт Upwork?
Я был Болотман, у меня нет опыта в фрилансе, и так вот фриланс интересен тем, что хотел бы заниматься и
Hello, I'm Pola, and I'm currently learning English, and I'm new here, but I'm interested in freelance, and I think I can develop in this area in the future, so I'm happy to be here.
Thank you. Do you have an account in Upwork?
Yes.
Hello, my name is Denis, and I'm an expert in investment in startups. I'm a speaker in accelerator of Silicon Valley, and I want to try myself as a freelancer which can work with startups all over the world, and maybe Upwork is one of these will solve this opportunity. And I have no Upwork profile. But why not try it?
My name is Nadezhda. Now I'm trying to work as a graphic designer and trying my skills in freelance. So I just signed up in Upwork and let's try something.
My name is Ramona, and currently I'm a student and I studied in university, but I had a little of experience on Upwork. I once signed up there and I found my first and only customers. And but I only did like a boring outline and fill up work. Um, I was a I was a helper, like for a designer and an illustrator and artists. But right now, I am interested in finding myself a helpers there. So I'm like interested in maybe I can be not the employee, but the someone who hires. Something like this.
Next.
Меня зовут Абубакр. Я пока не буду направление, по финансам и так далее. Пока учусь на программиста.
Меня зовут Артур, я учусь в политехническом колледже, у меня был дисциплина, я пока тоже не выбрал направление, я просто учусь.
Меня зовут Егор. Я учусь тоже в колледже на программиста. Пока что выбираю направление.
Меня зовут Александр, я увлекаюсь языком, ходил в компьютерную академию ШАП полгода на motion дизайнере. Пока что не выбрал направление, даже учусь в политехническом колледже и не был
Okay, thank you so much, guys. This information helps me to read the today's lecture about Upwork workshop. So let's start. I started freelancing in 2018, 6 years ago. And at that time, I'll tell you a bit about my story because I believe and I know that everybody, any of you can start on Upwork and can do great career on Upwork. Today I earned 70,000 USD on Upwork. It's not a big amount. I told just before the workshop that actually this amount is bigger, but this is an official earnings, you know. When you work on Upwork, you have to work through Upwork, but there are sometimes some ways, not ways, but sometimes clients approach you, you work some time, and then they might recommend you to somebody else. And actually, Upwork gave me much more than 70,000, but even this amount is not bad, I think. Of course, I've seen people who made millions of dollars, especially in your niche, speech decks, investments, marketing, this kind of people, they can earn a lot of money on work. I closed 69 contracts, and my clients are all over the world. They are from different countries, and I'll tell you about them more. So this is just my statistics on Upwork. I earned this status, which is top rated plus, and I'm very proud of this because it's only 3% of freelancers on Upwork, which 3%. There is one more status, which is 1%, and they call Upwork vetted experts. This is how my profile looks like, a part of it. As you see, it says, I don't know why, but it's still Nursita. It's been so many years. I have to reach support and tell them. And currently, my hourly rate is 40 USD per hour, but of course, it's negotiable. It can go up or down, depends on the project. And this is how I started. So I studied here at Eurasian National University in Astana, and after that, I did my master's degree in the US by Volashak program. And after that, when I returned back, as you know, I had to work for 5 years in the country. And at that time, I dreamed of a career in a foreign company. In my case, it was a Korean company, construction company. And I thought that I'm lucky to be in a foreign company. We spoke English sometimes, with translators, and it was prestigious in the heart of Astana, blah, blah, blah. But in reality, we work many hours. Sometimes we work till 10, we work 6 days a week. If I want to go to the doctor, I have to fill a bunch of papers and ask, may I go there, may I go here? And I felt like modern slave financially, like in financial slavery. And I wanted to change that because in my spirit, I cannot be in the system. I need to manage my time myself. If I want to increase my budget, my earnings, I want to have more power rather than depending on my boss. So I worked, and in 2017, actually, it took me 1 year to decide to quit from my work. I don't know if you currently work and in a place where you want to be, then you're lucky, because if you work in a place where you want to be, and if you do what you love to do, then it's not job, it's much better, because when you work just for money, it never will end with a good story. This money that you earn, it will go somewhere else, but it will not work for you. So we decided to quit, and I went to freelancing. We did some like graphic design, 3D mapping, interior design, something that we know how to do, but it was very unstable. Actually, I registered on Upwork in 2017, but I didn't understand the platform. I didn't seek for projects. And just in May 2018, when I was in a hard position, maybe hard, difficult life situation, I started to search job desperately. Like every day I would search and monitor jobs on Upwork. And that's how I met my first client. When I registered on Upwork, I thought, oh, I will work with Americans or British people or some foreigners. But my first project was from Kazakhstan, from Moscow. It was for me, actually, it was a big luck. As you see, it's only $4 per hour, only $4. And when you deduct all the conditions, even less, $3 per hour. But he gave me 40 hours per week, and it was my first contract, so I was happy. What I want to tell you, many people think that Upwork is for cheap work, that clients don't pay a lot, that it's only for Indians and Filipinos or Pakistanis, and you cannot earn a lot. But actually, when you enter a platform, you have to be ready that your first maybe 5 contracts will not bring you money. It will bring you experience. It will help to build your status on Upwork. It will help you to build good reviews. So when you start, don't seek big money. Of course, you shouldn't do something really cheap, or you shouldn't overestimate, overdo. But still, you have to look at it as you're getting a diploma at university, because first you work for dignity, for respect on the platform, and after that you can say, oh, I'm not working for this amount of money, this is my rate, even take it or leave it. So I was very happy to start this contract, even it was very cheap, but still, I'm still grateful to this man, Alek. And why I was desperate to find work, I was pregnant at the time. I couldn't go to work for somebody. I couldn't go to a company because I knew in a couple of months I will be with a baby, and I cannot work. So in June, from this year, 19 till 20, I was part-time. I couldn't work full-time because I had a baby. And I took some contracts, different ones. Actually, my major is construction. I'm an architect by major, but by heart, I'm somebody else, not an entrepreneur, so recruiter, not technical person. So when I went on a platform, I knew that I will do something else. I will not do any AutoCAD drawings or some estimations. That's not what I want to do. So I want to tell you, if you want to change your major, when you go to Upwork, it's possible. Of course, you will need to learn some skills, but still, when I started, I did work different works. Maybe for somebody, for you, some of you, it wouldn't be something interesting, like for somebody that have experience in the niche. But I see a lot of young guys here who are students, who are maybe freshly graduated. you can go and maybe try different things. I tried translation, I tried voice recording, voice over, it's called. I tried recruiting, I tried graphic design, different niches, and I didn't know how to call myself on Upwork because I did this, I did that, web research, application tester, different things. And then I started to think what I like. And I realized that recruiting is something that is easy for me, I can do it. And that's how I decided I will be a recruiter. But it took me maybe 2 years to identify what I am. On Upwork, you can have 3 profiles, 3 different profiles within one account. One of them, you can be a graphic designer. The second one, you can be social media marketing. The third, you can be, I don't know, maybe even web developer. It depends on you. These 3 profiles can be different, but they can stay within one account. I see that you have maybe a question. Later, okay. So I was part-time, as I said, I didn't take Upwork seriously. For me, it was just a part-time work, some additional earnings, but I thought after my baby will grow up, I will go to a normal job, as I call it. But it was until I received this game-changing opportunity. Guys from Malaysia, they are Chinese guys from Malaysia approached me and they asked me to do a little research. It took me maybe 1 day to complete this research. They asked me about the mining sphere in Kazakhstan. And the funny thing that first I declined this offer because I told them I have nothing, I know nothing about mining, nothing about Bitcoin, nothing about the sphere. Maybe you mistaken and by mistake you sent me this contract. But the guy texted me on Upwork. No, I know you don't have such experience, but I still like your profile. I like your reviews. Let's talk. And he said, just give me this information, just do some web research, and I did it. And for 1 day of my work, I received 500 USD, and I was, wow, this is so cool. And he liked my work, and he said, let's continue working. I need more information. I need this and that. And we opened another contract. And by that time, in 2 years, he's like, do you want to become a director at my company? I'm going to open a mining company in Astana and I want you to be a director. And he proposed a good salary, over 1 million tenge at that time. And he said, I will make you a director, and there is another guy, has a guy, he will help you. He will be the second director, like replacing him. And I said, okay, I will think about it, yeah, maybe. But in reality, I was jumping at my house, like, yeah, I got this great contract. I will be a director. I will have a great salary. And I realized that actually on Upwork, you can grow, you can find great opportunities without Ahashka, Teteshka, and all this network. Because in Kazakhstan, you would agree that it's a bit difficult. Sometimes if you have good networking, good friends, good relatives, they can, or you're very smart, or you're very talented, or you have funds to open your company and I don't know, be appointed as a director. And he also proposed me a percentage from our mining sphere. And we opened the company, everything was official, and we did a great job until Qatar. 2022. So we worked over 1 year together. That's how I bought my apartment in Astana by working on this contract. And when Qatar happened, it's still Kazakhstan. Okay, great clients, great much, but it's still Kazakhstan. When this strike happened in our country, first of all, we were cut off the internet, and without the internet, we cannot operate. Second of all, those big players in mining sphere, they were close relatives or friends of our previous president. And that's how they started to chase mining sphere and close all the smaller farms and us also. So we had to close. But still, by this project, my earnings went up for 5 times if compared to my salary in the construction company. And only then I realized that actually I can do my living only by working on Upwork. I will not go to my to a normal job because for me it was easy to work a flexible schedule, great clients with great attitude. I learned a lot from international clients. I choose when to work. If I want, I work at nights. If I want, I work at days. I cannot work, if I don't want to work, I am not in the mood, I will not work, and then I will work during the weekend. So for me, this gives me more, how to say, control over my life. And that's what I like. Because maybe for some people it's great when you are managed by someone, but for me, I don't like to be managed, and I like to have more control. Of course, there are challenges. It's not that easy as it looks like, because you have to push yourself. You have to sometimes look for new projects, and it's not that easy to get those projects. And that's why maybe in 2020, I started telling people about Upwork. When I tested it by myself, I went through this experience. I started to tell about this to my friends via Instagram. I opened my Telegram channel, and that's how I started coaching people how to do freelancing, because there are some things that you have to know, and we'll talk about this later. So you all know what is Upwork. Actually, I know some people like Azar, for example, he will do lecture, he will give lecture here too. Before registering on Upwork, they did some research. What is the best platform? Is it freelancer.com? Is it Upwork? Is it how? For me, it was the first, I just Googled on online job, something like that, freelancing, and it came out. Now I know that Upwork is one of the biggest platforms. It has 15 million, 18 million of users. Even big companies hire on Upwork, like Airbnb, Microsoft, some other companies. They also run Upwork. And I know now that some people earn more than $1 million on this platform, but at the time I didn't know any of this. What I'm trying to tell that Upwork is the best. So just go for it. Because Total is a bit harder to enter because they have some they don't register anyone. I don't know, especially they don't register non-native people, as I know. Upwork is for everyone, even if you don't speak English, even if you're, they don't test you. They just register you, and after that, it's all up to you. How you start, how you work, how you perform. Yes, NASDAQ, Airbnb, Microsoft, and countries with most freelancers, US of course, because it started in the US. India, Philippines, Pakistan, and Ukraine. From CIS countries, Ukraine is the best. Freelancers from Ukraine performing the best. I've seen their rates, hourly rates are very high. Kazakhstan, we are not that popular yet. Not many people are registered, and this is our opportunity. So why work remotely? Of course, inflation. You know that. Our USD, our rate is falling and falling. Tenge is unstable and unstable, so it's better to work and earn in USD dollars. Free schedule. You can spend more time with your family. You can travel. You can just take your laptop and go to Antalya and work from there. additional earnings. First of all, if you have a job right now, I wouldn't recommend to quit it, of course not. You can combine two. You can continue working and maybe take some small projects on Upwork until you get a bigger opportunity. After you earn more or equally as you're earning now, only after that you should quit, because still it's not that easy. So Google has more freelancers today than full-time employees, even big companies hire. These are average hourly rates for different specialties. You can look for yours. These hourly rates, of course, depend on your qualifications, on your locations, and many other things, and your confidence, how confident you are, because some people are not confident, even if they know a lot, they still try to lower their rates. And the opposite, some people, they're maybe not so knowledgeable, but sometimes they overestimate their earnings. Okay, this is all about the presentation. This is my Telegram channel where I talk about recruiting or freelancing. And now we will move to more to workshop. I will look at your profiles. If you have them, I will give you some advices. And for those who are not registered, we will go through registration. Any questions for now?
I got two questions. First, am I right in understanding that your contract with mining company was also through Upwork, or it was different from the platform?
It started on Upwork, and we did 2 months through Upwork, and then it was Upwork.
So it can provide your rating on Upwork. It was work second or
Actually, Upwork doesn't allow that. It's against the rules. It's against the requirements. So we shouldn't do that. And never do that. Because if they find out, they can ban you for life.
And the second one is you say that you can have one profile and different specialties.
Yes, I'll show you.
But also you can have a profile as a business profile, as a profile,
Yes,
not
an agency.
as an agency. What is preferred? What is more popular, or which way you can earn more money as an individual specialist or as an agency with some? You can use more people who can do this work, as I think in agency.
Mhm. When you apply as an agency, you still apply from somebody. It can be either a founder of this agency or some like project manager. And when you apply, they look at you, at your profile. And that person who applies,
Agency isn't possible without a person.
yes, still the agency still has to have a representative. So one way is to build your own profile first and start getting projects under your name and then create an agency. Or if you don't want to wait, you can hire somebody with good profile and appoint that person as a project manager or as a director of your company and work through that person.
And one more small question: what is the commission rate in Upwork? You see that work was $4 and you earn $3. Am I right in saying that 25% for getting out one from the platform?
In 2018, when I started, it was 20% until you earn 500 USD. After that, it was decreased to 10%. After you, but now it changed. Now it's 10% from everybody.
Do you need to pay any taxes to this money? Yeah.
That's a good question. You pay it by yourself. So when you register and you do verification, after you started getting money, they will approach you. Before you earn, you are not interested to Upwork. After you started earning, They will approach you and they will tell you, send us your passport and fill out W-8BEN form saying that you are not a US citizen. And there you will tell them, I'm taking responsibility to pay my taxes in my country. They will not be involved. If you were in the US, they would deduct automatically. But if you are in Kazakhstan, you get all the earnings after commission, and then you are responsible to pay them by yourself.
What is the best way to pay the taxes with the small amount of the taxes? To have individual
Yes,
entrepreneurship.
before that, we had the self-employed. Now it's, we don't have that, only you will pay 3%.
3% from
Hopefully it will stay.
all income.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Previously you told that you tried yourself in different spheres, like you were a translator, you drew something, you voiced over. I always wondered if I can do something like this without proper education.
You don't need any education.
Well, nobody's gonna ask me if I learn something, no? I can just tell, oh, I can do all of this, and they will believe me that I'm doing this.
That's what happened to me.
That's what happened to me. Okay, so you will recommend to sign up for as many spheres or jobs as I can?
If you are confident that you can finish them and receive good review, you should apply. Because if you have many skills, it's good. Actually, there is some statistics that one freelancer usually works in 2 or 3 spheres. Because it's easier to get more projects and more works. But when you are specialized, like after you will have many projects, you will decide which one you want to do more. When you narrow, of course, it's better when you narrow, because it's not just translation, for example. It can be technical translation. It's not just voice over. It can be commercial voice over. So it's also always better to narrow or specialize. So if you don't have any other questions, I think that okay, guys, who doesn't have an Upwork profile, it's very easy to register. I don't want to spend much time. I don't even if you want to register together, we can do it. But it's not. I don't want to spend time on this because I want to give you the most important strategies how to find your first job. So it's your call.
Yes, please.
Yes. So what do you see? Do you see my profile? No. No. Сейчас. У вас на паузу стоит.
Сейчас, может, я к себе подключусь. Еще раз, да? Мне кажется, еще раз, медитация. Здесь просто полностью доступ сделайте, шею просто. Да, она полностью ваша, но теперь только все время. А вот, да, а есть вот зон. So first of all, this picture is important. They do not. So first of all, I want you to think about your avatar. It should be very professional. It should be on phone, like as you see here, I have a gray background. It should be clear. It should be professional. If you don't have a professional photo, just do it with your iPhone on white wall or this orange wall, and it makes it. You should smile on this picture.
Is it professional enough?
For graphic designer, yes, it is.
Oh.
So only graphic designers or motion designers or video editors, you can play with your avatar how you want. You can put some, I don't know, unrealistic picture or something. But if you're a professional, like web developer or I don't know, recruiter or somebody else, then you should put your picture. And it's better if you smile on this picture. I know it sounds like a, I don't know, maybe not important thing, but it's very, very important because your clients, they don't see you, they don't know you. The only way they can know you through your picture. Then this title, as you see here, I have technical recruiter, LinkedIn talent acquisition expert, and it changed many, many times. When I started with the one, then after 6 years, I changed it to another one. Now it's the third one. And it's not stable. You can change it. You can change your hourly rate. And here, as I told you, this is my main profile, but I have different sub profiles like recruiting, training, coaching, and it also changes for me. Here you can be on your general profile, you can be a graphic designer, but here you can be a translator, web researcher. Here you can change it. And one thing that you need to do is register as a client. Yes. I'll tell you why. When you are as a freelancer, you don't see your competitors. You don't see who is there. So now I will switch. I have here different profiles, profiles of my clients that added me as a recruiter to their profiles. I have an agency. I didn't develop the agency. I have my profile as a client. So I have 3 profiles at least 3. My own profile as a freelancer, my profile as a client, and my profile as an agency. So let's move to the profile as a client. You all need to have a profile as a client, and you'll know why very soon. So, excuse me, what is your first of all name, and then
Dennis. Dennis.
Dennis and niche, like
Here.
yes, here.
Investment startups.
So when a client looks for a freelancer, for example, I wrote investment of startups. You can write graphic designer, web developer. What is your sphere? Still don't know. Translations and so on. Now here you will click. You need to click
top rated plus and top rated. Now we will look at Denise's competitors. Why we need it? We need to know our competitors so we can improve our profile. We can make it look, if not best, but at least not worse than theirs. So the first guy, and what you can see, that's how they will look at your profile. Only this small paragraph. Is the picture bold? Yes. Yes. Is the what they see? Okay, they see this rating. You don't have it yet, but you will have it later. They see abandoned now, blah blah blah. But you will see also these first two lines. And these first two lines on your profile are extremely important. You shouldn't write, my name is Denise, I live in Canada, it's in Kazakhstan. It's not important at all. What is important is your core competences, your strengths, your, I don't know, something that you have achieved. Especially if you have numbers, it's good. Like I raised millions of tenge to this business, and you'll see it also. What is VC? I don't know, but sometimes people put X KPMG, X BCG, X I don't know. If you worked for a big company, you should write that. Or if your startup wants some kind of price, you need to write that in the first two lines. That's how they will see it. So you need to analyze at least 10 profiles of your competitors, and you will think, oh my God, these guys are so good. I'm not like them. I shouldn't even start. I'm a loser, blah, blah. No, it's not true. They also started from scratch. They didn't have all this status, this money, and so on. They started from something. And you need to look like their profiles, or even better. Let's look closely. This guy's from Canada. The structure of the profile. No, not this guy. Let me find somebody else. Yes, this one. So first of all, is the picture nice? Yes, he's smiling.
Yeah.
Would you hire him? Why? Why not?
Because he's a man.
But what he wrote on his title, expert in financial model, valuation, pitch decks, CEO and founder. I think it looks, when people write expert, when they write CEO, it all sells. Then his two first lines, he says that he has 15 plus years in financial analysis. So he gives that right away that he has experience. He's not a fresh guy. He knows what he does. And after that, professional highlights. So here, you can play with your profile in different ways, but look at the best people in your niche, in your sphere, what they do, what they write. You can steal things, you can borrow them, change them, adapt them for yourself, and use them. Just don't copy paste the whole profile. Maybe something from here, something from there, like, and you build your own. And of course, make it personal, make something about you too. Don't lie it completely. Of course, if it's relevant, and if he explained that very well, you can borrow it. But if Upwork will see that you copy pasted the whole thing, they can ban you. Just be prepared. And also here you can record the video introduction. It helps client to know you even better, to feel you. Let's see what he has done. Okay, not the best time. If you can You can record a video about now. Yes, if you can record the video about yourself, it will be good. Like this guy, let's see. It will be without sound, but you see how he records. Just the brief summary about yourself.
It's like, yeah. We try.
Yeah, maybe. It looks like it. I also thought maybe it's.
Yes.
I want to show you one more thing. Graphic designer, for example. Designer or video editors or motion designers. Here it will be a bit different because what you see is portfolio. These pictures, vivid, they need to be captured. Because if you're a graphic designer, then the stress is on this portfolio. So for each sphere, it's different. I love this kind of avatars, like this meeting. It's creative. So for designers, for motion designers, editors, you should pay more attention to your portfolio and to your avatar. Now, you understood, right? You need to analyze 10 profiles and look how they look like, what they offer, what kind of services they offer, what they sell, how they prepare their portfolio, and so on. After that, let's switch to our freelancer profile. For example, I'll take my niche, recruitment. I write recruiter, and then what you do? You look at these filters. We will skip the first one. Experience level is not important. Job type also. We click here, payment verified. So now Upwork will show us only clients who verify their payment. Why it's important? There are many people who are, I forgot the English name, мошенники, scammers. They are also on Upwork. They can scam you, they can take your job and not pay, so many things. And it's easy to identify those. So first of all, we click payment verified, and then sometimes I click these two filters. I want to work with people who already hired on Upwork. I want to work with experienced people on Upwork. It's not a requirement to do it, but I do it all the time. And now let's look. I don't know what recruiter and why English interpreter. Let's skip this one. Let's look at this one. Talent interviewer in German. Let's assume I know German. I want to apply. I will look at this statistics. You need to learn about your client before applying. Why? Because now it's a bit expensive to apply. Do you know that you have to pay connects on Upwork? In order to apply to work, you have to pay. It's very sad, right? They give you, I think when you register, they give you, I will not lie, but I don't know, maybe 80 connects for free. And every month they will give you 10 connects, but it's nothing. It's not enough. You have to buy those. For instance, to apply to this job, it will tell us how much you need to pay. 19 connects. One connect costs 15 cents. 10 connects, $10. No, not $1.5. Yeah, so about how much? $3 to apply. But still, it's only one job. So you better buy a bunch of connects, and there are some memberships on Upwork. When you pay $20 for a month, and they will give you a lot of connects, maybe 150 connects. So at the beginning, you have to invest. There is no other way. But in order not, if you don't want to spend it just for nothing, please look at these statistics. First of all, I look at the rating. This is the rating that other freelancers who have worked with this client gave to him. 5 out of 5, so it's good. Next, India. A little specific, I don't know, Indians are not easy to work with. Also Filipinos, think about this. But they pay good average hourly rate. So averagely, they pay 30, almost 34 USD per hour. So it's good. And then you can look when they registered. They are registered in 2022. So yes, actually I would apply because the hourly rate is good. But here hourly rate is a bit lower. So think about it. Let's look further. Let's do this one. Again, the rating is good. United Kingdom, 2 jobs, and this one is also important, higher rate. Sometimes clients post, but they don't hire. Sometimes they post to Upwork, LinkedIn, Indeed, their own website, and sometimes they post just to see how the market looks like, and they don't they don't hire, and it's not good. Here, they had 2 jobs posted, and they hired those 2 freelancers on this Upwork platform. So the high rate is good, and also the average hourly payment is also good. This is a good client, and I would apply to this job. Let's look at this one. It's also from UK, but the rating is really bad. Actually, for Upwork, it's really bad rating, 3.61. And look at the hourly payment. It's only 6 USD. And higher rate is really, really low. Only in 29 out of 100 job posts, they only hire 29 times. And if you read this, very, very bad. Now, how to apply? Let's go back to this good job from UK. Okay, let's apply to this job from India. What I usually do, I look at the length. If the client write a long job description, then you can reply also kind of long proposal. But if it's short, just copy his style. If he's how to say casually, if you wrote casually, you can also reply casually. And also how we reply, we go to the reviews and we look for his name. We're all human beings and we all love our names. Of course, when you write personally, they like that. So this client's name is probably New Age, or maybe it's the company name, I don't know. So if you cannot find a name, yes, it's a New Age agency, and that's great. You can Google that name and you can know a bit better. And in your proposal, what you do, you need to catch their attention right away, because imagine they maybe see 50 proposals a day or an hour. I don't know how popular is their job. And then you should start, for example, if I apply to a job post from Saudi Arabia or from UAE, I write Assalamu alaikum at the beginning. If I talk to somebody from Ukraine, I write in but I'm just talking, when I want to make my cover letter a bit more specific, personalized, I write either the agency name, or if I know the client's name, I write hi Aaron, and then the whole proposal. You shouldn't talk about yourself. You should talk about the client more. I see that you have a great website. I see that you just restate what he wrote on the job post. You just basically rephrase what he needs so that he understands that this is not the regular cover letter that you send to everyone. It shouldn't be copy-paste. It should be personalized, especially when you start. especially when you pay for each proposal, you need to give more, you need to invest more time on the proposal. Of course, I use ChatGPT. Of course I do. But how? Usually, let's try now, and you see what kind of mistakes he does. So I copy paste the job post. I go to ChatGPT, I paste it, and I write, write a job proposal from me to this job post. And the first draft will be horrible, of course. I don't know why he always, because I did it in the past, he writes Assalamu alaikum, but you need to take it out. And then he writes long and artificial, you can feel it. You can feel that it's not written by yourself. It's written by ChatGPT. And then I work with this proposal. Sometimes I tell him, make it 2 paragraphs or make it short by 50%. So usually it takes me maybe 2 to 3 steps to write a perfect proposal. And only then I send it. And the bad news that I have for you, before you land your first contract, you probably need to send about 60 proposals. 60. Of course, some of you will get a first contract when you submit your 5th proposal. 10, but some of you may be 59. Nobody knows. It all depends. Also, try to be first. When you apply, if you see 50 plus proposals submitted, you shouldn't waste your time. If you try to be first, it's always good. If you want to work with the US, you can monitor jobs in our evening when they have when it's morning over there. Or if it's UK or Europe, you can maybe monitor it during the day. And also on Monday, Tuesday are the best days to apply. There are many jobs. And if you don't get your reply, you shouldn't be, you shouldn't quit, because only 10% of Upwork freelancers reach the top rating. What is top rating? If you earned 1,000 USD, only 1,000 USD, you can be called top rating. What it tells us? It tells us that most of the people who register, they quit almost right away. They don't fight for clients, they don't fight for contracts. They send maybe 5 proposals, 5, maybe maximum 6, 7 proposals. They don't get replied and they quit. But why they don't get replied? First of all, they don't choose client. They don't look at their statistics just because they don't know. I just told you where to, right? You need to choose your client carefully. They don't know that. They just apply to any job post. They don't look at the competition. Maybe there are 50 plus freelancers already. The client even didn't see their proposals. What else? Maybe client just wanted to see what is the budget. Maybe he already knows who he is going to hire. He just wanted to test that from Upwork. That's why he didn't reply. So there are many excuses and reasons why he didn't reply to you. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't submit your proposals over and over again until you get your first contract. And also, in order to not spend many times, and this is also stress to find your project, maybe you should aim for long-term project. If you land your first contract 20 plus hours a week, you don't spend your time by looking for a new contract anywhere. What happened to me in 2019, one of my clients, he came to Astana and he needed a translator. He needed a translator, we visited some exhibition, and that's how we started to communicate. And now this is the 6th year when
maybe no, 5th year, we are working together. I'm a part-time recruiter at this company. And I know that no matter if I lose other contracts, this contract stays with me all the time. And I have some clients, I'm not working with them now, but I can write to them and say, you know, I lost my job or something happened. Do you have anything for me? And I know that they will find something for me. So that's very good that you can build a long-term relationship with your clients, and you can find a long-term contract where you will be provided with a job and you wouldn't spend your time on looking for new contracts. Right now, I don't look for new contracts. They reach me, or sometimes I do that for fun. Just before the workshop, I received one contract, one proposal, to do a small task in Astana. Also, one life hack: you can search for jobs in Terranova. Sometimes, of course, it's not always, but sometimes there are some specific tasks when you need to maybe call someone here, or physically go and check one company, take some pictures of something. It will take only 1 or 2 hours of your life, but you will get good money for that verification, and you will build your profile. You can get some good review. Sometimes also to get a good review, you can do some small tasks like test an application. Sometimes there are jobs like we need to test how our application works in Kazakhstan. For that, you need to have an iPhone or Android, and I don't know, 20 minutes of your life. You can apply to this kind of jobs just to receive the first reviews. And one of the most important things is to not quit. Again, submit your 60 proposals. After you submit your 60 proposals, if you don't get your first job, your first contract, you can text me and say, what you said is bullshit. I didn't 60 proposals, I didn't get my contract. Since I've been teaching Upwork, coaching, freelancing on Upwork, I have nobody who reached me and told me that, because if you work hard, you will get your proposal. Don't be worried. You will get your client, you will get your contract. There are many clients all over the world who are looking for you, who are waiting for you. Because to be honest, I see many C generation, I don't want to tell their things, but today to find hardworking people who are diligent, who are hardworking, who want to work and build long-term relationships, win-win relationships, not just for you, but also for him, for a client. There are not that many, even on Upwork. You can think that there are many freelancers from, I don't know, Spain, from Italy, from Turkey, from Kazakhstan, from Russia, but in reality, not so many. So you still have a good opportunity. And also good opportunity to be their full-time employee. They can hire you as an employee, and they can even invite you to go to their country. Maybe for a business trip, maybe permanent. Now my workshop, my speech is done, is finished, and I am ready to reply to any other questions you might have. Please.
You said that we should apply for at least 60 years. And is it better to buy a membership?
Yes.
To
I think it's cheaper. If you calculate it, it's cheaper. And also when you buy a membership, you can see average bill. Like you will apply and you will say 20 USD per hour, but somebody else can say 5 USD per hour, and you will see the average before you apply.
and there are different types of membership, or
I think there is only one, but then you can pay separately for available now. This now, but there are some. Now it's a bit commercialized. To be honest, Upwork is trying to earn as much as they can, and you can promote your profile. For you pay them, and they promote your profile. They show it first. I think you shouldn't do that. I think you can buy a membership just because of the connects.
If you have a lot of money, you can of course promote the profile, but I wouldn't recommend that.
But how much is it? I mean,
Membership, I think it's 20 USD per month. 20.
The more.
thank you.
Yeah.
So, let's imagine that I'm new in translating motion design and something like that. How would you rate my chances of getting a job? Do you think that the ones who hire clients are going to be scared of my fresh, empty profile? How should I act? Should I lie in it, or should I do something for free to earn an experience? What should I do?
Never to do anything for free. First of all, I forgot to tell you, on Upwork, you have this opportunity to ask your friends, not friends, clients, from LinkedIn of your managers, bosses, to leave you a review on Upwork. It's called testimonial. You scroll down, can I again show my profile? That's good. If you are new on Upwork and you don't have any reviews, you should scroll down to this section called testimonials. Here, do you see this testimonials? It gives you opportunity to receive reviews from your past clients. They shouldn't be on Upwork, but one thing, they need to have a LinkedIn profile. You press this plus button, you write your clients or your managers, your bosses, first and last name, their business email address, their LinkedIn profile. This is required. For Kazakhstan, it's not so good because not many people use LinkedIn still, surprisingly, but it's required. So find somebody who has LinkedIn profile, and then write my ex-director, my ex-manager, and the project type that you work together. And here you will write a message to your client, like, hi, remember me, we worked together on such and such project in this company. And Upwork will send them an email saying that your friend asked you, or your former employee asked you to review their work. So after that, Upwork will review this testimonial, and then they will publish it. So when clients will go to your profile, they will not see any reviews from Upwork, but they will see these testimonials. So this is one way. And also, as a graphic designer, actually it's easy because you can attach your Behance profile, you can attach your portfolio, and also one good tip, you can write your how you can solve this problem. You can solve them. For example, let's imagine you need to build work with and you tell him, I reviewed your colors, and I think for your here, orange is not good because for such reasons. I think for you, it's better to have such and such colors. So give him solution to this problem in the cover letter. Do something more than others. I think, and I imagine that other freelancers will not spend enough time on proposals. I'm a recruiter. I also recruit on Upwork. I hire people on Upwork, and I still see horrible proposals with grammar mistakes, just some templates. And I'm sure if you write his name, if you write something about his company, if you know that, if you write something about his problem and how you're going to solve it, if you write him your budget and time estimation, I think he will like that approach and he will hire you.
Okay.
You may ask questions in Russian.
I also have a question about other apps or websites of freelance work, like Fiverr or other platforms that you mentioned. But there is button and one who chose to be like an ambassador of Upwork.
I always say that Upwork should be me for being an ambassador. Why I share about Upwork because I think it's a good opportunity. I want more people to learn more. And I know that our country is not the best economically. We have a lot of problems. And here you don't depend on the government. Here you don't depend on the local economy. You don't depend on anything rather than that you are physically located in Kazakhstan. And Upwork gives that opportunity. I don't know about freelancers that go Fiverr and other platforms just because I never tried them. I had enough works and jobs on Upwork, so I didn't have I don't have any reason to move to other platforms. To be honest, I don't have time to finish all the contracts on Upwork. That's why I'm not even considering others.
The first question in our chat, please, you can read or I can read it.
Could you tell us more about your agency profile? How do you use it? Anna. I started an agency on Upwork. I can show you my agency, but to be honest, it didn't work out for me because if you have an agency, you also need to work on it. For me, yeah, this is my agency. I think it's been in a year maybe that I didn't go to my agency profile. And this is the membership, 19.99. You can buy it. It's 20 USD. It's for agencies, but even if you are an individual freelancer, I think it's also 20 USD. So I didn't succeed a lot on my agency. This was a recruited agency, and we earned 3,000 USD. I had a couple of people here, and we did mostly recruiting and assistantships, virtual assistants. Why I didn't succeed? Because you need to invest time. You need to have somebody who will apply from your agency. It should be a separate person who spends maybe 2 hours a day to apply for these jobs. So it's like managing two profiles, your own and your agencies. Maybe for somebody it will be better, especially if you have, if you already have an agency in Kazakhstan, offline agency. You can move that agency online and try to find new clients online. But I don't have an agency, I just have friends. I added them on Upwork and we did some works, but it wasn't enough. Not many. Вопрос, можете показать, как с LinkedIn добавить тестимониал? Вы не с LinkedIn их добавляете, а вы просто добавляете, вы просите человека, у которого есть LinkedIn профиль. Thank you, Armat, for your feedback. Amirhan, what do you think about work on LinkedIn? Work on LinkedIn. I recruit people on LinkedIn myself, but I never applied as a recruiter or freelancer on LinkedIn. So I don't have much experience about LinkedIn, but I know that there are many opportunities. Sometimes I even think maybe I should apply from on LinkedIn to such jobs, but to be honest, I never did that. So I can't say anything about LinkedIn.
At least it's free.
It's free. At least it's a good point. It's free. Actually, I also bought some shares of Upwork because I see that they're trying to raise their money year by year. and you can buy shares like Apple, Amazon, акции. You can also buy Upwork. And they're not so expensive, maybe 20 euros there.
So you are expecting its price to raise over years, right?
I see that they try to earn more and more year by year, and they try hard because they sell you all these memberships, they take commissions.
Well, maybe they are struggling.
Maybe
Because they are struggling.
struggling, maybe they're struggling.
Okay, so
No,
thank you very much. Now we have coffee time, breaking our call. Yes, we can communicate, network, etc. Спасибо большое. Жду вас сейчас в холле на кофе-брейк. Если есть вопросы, можете подойти к Мадине. Мадине сейчас будет показывать еще наш хаб. Кому интересно прогуляться по хабу, можете пройти вместе с нами, провести небольшую экскурсию. Всем спасибо. А?